Hello YouTube viewers, I'm coming to you today because I wanted to do a review on the Skype enabled webcam for Vizio. I was in the process of researching, buying a TV. The TV I bought, I saw that it would had Skype enabled for Vizio, and I was trying to find something on YouTube prior to buying it and couldn't find a thing. So the first thing I'll let you know is that this camera that we're talking about is at www.vizio.com/TV chat. And you'll see it's there for $109.99 on January 16th, 2012. That's what it is today. And if you're like me, you know, 110 bucks, you know, depending on what you think of that, but I didn't want to just spend $110 not knowing if the quality of the camera and the sound and all those things were going to be worthwhile. So I was trying to do my best to find anything I could find and couldn't find anything. So I just went ahead and risked it and bought it anyway to see what would happen. When you go to the website, you'll see the advertising shows a 2-foot camera, is what it looks like, on a big screen TV because it takes up most of the top. Truth in advertising rather funny unless you have a 13-inch flat screen, which, you know, from Vizio, that isn't going to be the case. The camera is actually about 10 inches long, and this is manufactured by Vizio. This is the XCV100, and as far as the model number, comes with 4 very sensitive microphones in the front, a 720p camera, progressive scan, and then it has a little LED light which does turn on when the camera is enabled, such as a phone call or receiving a call, and I will show you how that works on this review. And it has some feedback sensors, I think is what they are. Of course, there's no information on this thing, but I believe it's feedback sensors on the back to help with sound quality in the room. I will let you know that I wanted to use this to speak to family, and you know, because most of my family is not in the state; they're all over the country. And I was, you know, the problem that if you've had, like I have, I've been setting up a camera, plugging it into a laptop, trying to talk to family, trying to, you know, manage all the wires, and then you have to put up a boom mic and everything like that to try to talk, and it's always an issue sometimes of quality of sound. They can't really hear you because you're not close enough or whatever. I have found that that is not the case with this camera. It's really clear and they can hear you really well. You can sit on the couch 20 feet away and they're still going to hear you. You know, you'll see that when we do the portion of this video which shows you how the application works. The other thing is, if you go out and buy the TV and you come home and it's got a Skype enabled app and you select it and push OK and nothing happens, you want to make sure that you have the most recent firmware on your TV. And that's going to be the Vizio, I got it written down, C7.0.10-S. Now, if you know anything how firmware works, right now it's the .10. I did talk to engineering for Vizio because when I came home, I did not have the -S. I have a supposed to be Skype enabled TV without the latest firmware, so it wasn't Skype enabled. So they had to push the latest firmware to my TV. So if you're having trouble, can't figure out why your Skype doesn't work, that's what's going on. So just make sure you got the latest firmware. So let's go ahead and get over to my TV. I'll show you guys how this works, and you guys can see how the application works. Alright, so here we are. I'm standing by my TV, my brand new Vizio 55-inch, and here's the camera we were discussing. So it's got a USB plug on the side, and it is plug and play. So I'm just going to plug that in right here into the USB port as soon as I get it in. Alright, so it's now plugged in. It does come with, but I have not been using, a piece of I don't know what you want to call a little stick-em type thing, adhesive to put it on top of your TV. It is right here, and to be honest with you, I'm going to pull it off. I don't like it. And actually it's coming off now, so we'll take it off. I just don't like it. It seems to balance okay on my TV, and I don't have any problems. You can use this little stick-em thing if you want. So basically, you just take this thing, you set it right here on the TV, and there it is. Alright, so then what happens is, and I'll show you a phone call like I said in a minute, but you pull up the settings on your TV and you'll have Skype. Now if it's not already there, you may need to go actually get it from the app, their little app section where you can get your Skype. But again, that also is in tune with what I said earlier about the firmware. So you select Skype, and Skype comes up. Some things I want to mention that I do not like right away, I'll tell you this, is we have our own name obviously, but then sometimes a picture shows up for our Skype name for the family and sometimes it don't. Why it does that, I don't know. The other thing is your contacts. I have 113 contacts. Now one of the things I don't like is this is a recently created Skype name, which is fine. So all these people still have yet to accept me as a friend. But the other thing that it doesn't have a feature to allow you to do on the app is you can't just look at individuals that are online. So you either have to look at all your contacts or recent contacts. It doesn't give the ability like you have on your computer to just look at who's online. So if you want to chat with somebody, you have to literally scroll through 113 or however many contacts you have on Skype. It's a pain in the rear end. So you go to your recent contacts. I don't know if I have anybody online that's here. All right, my son's online, and he's in the military, so maybe we'll try to give him a call. And if I do get a hold of him, he is on an air card, and he's also, he might be on his iPhone. So his quality coming back may not be as good. But I'll also do another call with my daughter, and we'll be able to see how it works. So let's give it a shot. Let me turn the volume up so you can hear. It does also the sound, by the way, and it doesn't tell you this. It will work if you set your Vizio up to come out of your surround sound speakers, and you tell it that you're not using the speaker on the TV. Your Skype does in fact work coming out of your surround sound speakers, which is really nice when you're trying to hear family or whatever if you're talking to them. So let's make a call. So what happens when you're calling is it'll give you your history of calling my son, that's who this is, and I'm going to start a video call. I'm going to turn it up, and you'll hear the ringing in the background.
Not until I have to, anyway. Could you just give me something for the pain?
Alright, so call failed, so I didn't get a hold of him. So let me go ahead and I'll set it up to call my daughter, and you guys will be able to see how this works on an actual call. Alright, so I got my daughter set up. We're going to go ahead and get ready to make a Skype call. So like I showed you in the last segment, bring Skype up, and we're going to go to recent, and it shows the recent contacts. Now that's one thing it does do. In the last one I said it doesn't allow you to look at who's online, just that category. Well, it does allow you to look at your recent contacts and gives you the date for it. So let's go ahead and make a call. We're going to start video call like we said before.
Hello?
And when you make the call, it's going to allow the television show you're watching to continue to play in the background, and then you'll hear the ringing in the back.
Oh, man.
Bye, Griffin.
you?
I'm good.
Alright. So one of the things, as you know, is we're showing everybody on YouTube what it's like to have Vizio Skype chat, their new program, right?
Yes.
Okay. So, as you can see, when I bring her up on the TV, it shows her immediately on the right. The features you have is full screen, hang up, stop my video, mute mic, and dial pad. I guess if you want to actually if you have a Skype premium account, I guess you can actually make a call here on your TV. So the other thing you can do is I go over to full screen mode, and there she is, as big as life. So she takes up most of my TV, and then it shows the picture of you in the back. So the other thing I'll show you though is on the mic, like we talked before, there's 4 microphones on that thing. And Marissa, can you hear me?
I can. It's great quality.
So I'm standing in the back of my living room. I'm about 15 feet away from the TV, and she can still hear me, no problem. So that's making a phone call. And the next thing I'll do is I'll show you how it works when a phone call comes in. Because like I said before, the reason why I'm making this review, none of this stuff is described yet. I don't know why. It just says, hey, if you want Skype on your TV, here you go, but it tells you nothing more than that. So I'll show you what happens when a phone call comes in on Skype, and then you guys can see how that works. Alright, so now we're going to get ready to show you what it's like on the Vizio Skype TV chat, webcam, whatever you want to call it, that they have, and what it's like when you get a phone call coming in. Now, one of the things that is pretty cool is in the settings on the app, you can actually set it up for your notification settings to have it where Skype is automatically on, and when you turn your TV on, and you can have it to automatically notify you for web chat, or camera notifications, like a webcam call, or you can have it for chat. I personally have disabled the chat. I don't want to listen to everybody and try to, talk to them on my, while I'm trying to watch TV and sit there and chat back and forth. I guess some people may want to do that. So what will happen, you're sitting here watching the TV show, and we're going to go ahead and have my daughter call, and when she does, what will be pretty cool is you'll have the options, and it's color-coded, yellow, blue, red, and green on your remote, and it'll be associated with the same colors on the screen when the call comes in. Go ahead and call. Alright, so there we go. She's calling. Shows I want to answer it. I hit the green button. I'm going to start my video. And there I am. And then we're going to go to big screen. Bam. Alright. So, how's my picture quality?
Your picture quality is great.
Alright. And as you can see, the quality is obviously good. As most of you probably have already figured out, she's in my house. But the object was just to show you how this works and what, how the program works on this TV. So, I think I've answered all the questions that I know I had. Hopefully it's answered all your questions. So whenever I find something that doesn't have a review on YouTube and I know I want to buy it, I always try to do a review of my own. Do me a favor, like the video if you liked it. Really appreciate that. Hopefully that'll help you guys decide if you want to go ahead and get the Skype camera for yourself and your family. Have a good day.